Hello there everyone, and welcome to another episode of Will It VR. I'm very excited today because I'm going to be putting a game through its paces that I've been playing a huge amount over the previous weekend, and it's the first game in Will It VR that I've done that's a little bit newer, I guess. Blair Witch was quite new when I tried that in VR, to be fair, but this game's only been out for a few days, and I'm loving it so much that I just want to put it through its paces and see if I can get it to run in VR straight away. I'm back here today with my trusty Oculus headset, as always. I have VorpX running already on my PC, and the game I'm going to be trying to get to work is The Outer Worlds. Now, The Outer Worlds has taken my life by storm. I was meant to pick up a copy of Call of Duty at the start of the weekend because I wanted to smash out the campaign. I don't play the multiplayer, I'm garbage, I die far too much, kids just teabagging me all over the place. So I wanted to pick it up and play the campaign, but then Outer Worlds came out, and I knew it was coming out, but I kind of forgot about it. It was kind of a little bit under my radar. And it landed on Game Pass, which I pay for. And oh my god, am I happy I didn't buy COD, because it is stunning. This is the Fallout game I've wanted, really, since Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. It's the Fallout game I wanted Fallout 4 to be. And it's the Fallout game Fallout 76 wishes it could be. It's made by Obsidian, the guys who made Fallout New Vegas. And it's just a wholesome, old-school RPG that's complete. Like, there's no microtransactions, it's a single player game, it's got loads of character, loads of interaction with characters, good gun mechanics, good looting mechanics, great RPG mechanics. It's just a blast, and I'm having a lot of fun exploring the worlds and exploring the game so far. So I thought, why the hell not? Let's chuck it in VR and see if I can get it to work. I'll probably play for kind of half an hour, 40 minutes, and I'll see if we can get The Outer Worlds to work. I'm very excited. Alright guys, you know the drill by now. If you haven't already, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and hit subscribe. I'm loving all the subscribers, I'm loving the engagement, and let me know if there's any games you want me to try in VR. If I don't own it, there's not much I can do. I might buy it if it's a game I really want. But no, hit me up, give me some suggestions, because I do own quite a few games. I said I've got Game Pass and stuff, so there's a lot of option available to me, and I'm happy to try stuff if you'd like to see if I can get it to work. Alright guys, I'm not going to waste any more time. I am going to jump into The Outer Worlds and see if I can get it to run. I've already got quite a lot of hours in my save, so I'm going to just go back to one of the first planets, run around there, shoot some stuff, talk to some people. I probably won't take out a full quest because I really am enjoying it a lot, and I probably want to play that on the comfort of my sofa on my big TV. But yeah, I'm going to jump in now and see if it works. Let's see how good The Outer Worlds is. Let's see if it will VR. Oh, Nelly. Okay, so here I am in The Outer Worlds with full head tracking, as you can see straight away there. Full head tracking and adaptive 3D. So it's not a flat world, everything has scale. That spaceship looks absolutely massive, and that volcano looks very far away. Yeah, this is a very pretty game. Anyway, like, it's a gorgeous game. The skybox. Let me try and get. This is the only annoying bit. Is I'm playing on keyboard and mouse, trying to figure out where my AS. There we go. Okay, so the skybox in this game is stunning. Let me see if I can get a good little view of it. If I go this way and go up this hill, I should be able to show you. So let's turn this character around. So the skybox in this game is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's the first thing I noticed when I turned the game on. Just kind of how... Look at that! I know I'm not looking at the camera right now, but I don't care. That looks insanely nice. Look at it! Just beautiful. This game... I lost my ASW bloody thing again. There we go. This game's kind of built to be played in VR, I feel. Right. So I'm going to just run around for a bit. I'm going to shoot some stuff and see how well it plays. Instantly, straight out of the box, it looks amazing. The only niggle I have, and I always have niggles, is the fact that I pressed the wrong key. One, I have to play it with keyboard and mouse. I tried to boot it up a minute ago, and I had some serious issues with the controller. I can play it with controller, but it's either controller or head tracking. I can't get it to do both, which is frustrating. Lost my keys again. And then if I play it with keyboard and mouse, the frustrating thing is if I need to, like, I can do this and turn around and stuff, but I need like a full swiveling chair to be able to do that completely. So I do still need to use the mouse to kind of just bring me back around, you know, to like do a quick turnaround or to help me turn corners and things. But it's not a deal breaker.
You don't much like me, huh,
It seems to work pretty well. Like I can round these corners fairly easy. When I'm running, it makes it easier.
You seem fine with the others. Did I do
Oh, yeah.
unhappy with me?
Hello. So I brought Ellie and Parvati with me. Now Parvati, I've got a bit of annoyance here. I put a helmet on her just to up her, you know, defense. This is aimed at Obsidian. I put a helmet on her to up her defense, and now I can't remove the helmet. There's no option now to have her back with no helmet, so I don't get to see her face anymore, except for when I'm in dialogue with her and have conversations. Otherwise, she's always hidden away. So that's a shame. Oh, right, okay, I'm going to try and find some enemies. There we go. Just see how good the shooting is and stuff. So I'll cheat a little bit for the first few because there is like a slowdown mechanic in this game, so I'll use that first. Now the benefit, instantly there, the benefit of playing with keyboard and mouse is I've still got my kind of, I can still aim at stuff real quick. Oh, this is very nice in VR. Okay, let's take some goodies. I've learned quite quickly in this game just not to take everything. I've been over encumbered a whole bunch of times because I just keep picking up absolutely everything. I'll admit the loot in this game is a little odd. Not as exciting, maybe, as something like Fallout. I was chatting to a friend last night, and honestly, I love this game. I'm having a fucking fantastic time with it. But, you know, you always have qualms. There's always things that can make things better. I just find the loot's a little unexciting. A lot of the same guns, and there doesn't really seem to be much scope for finding unique weapons. A lot of, like, the same stuff. So I'll just find a lot of assault rifles and light assault rifles, handguns, swords, and it's all fine. It's all fine stuff. There doesn't seem to be a huge variance of different weapons.
Don't make it small. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid.
I'm out. Take your best shot, asshole.
Oh man. Oh, this is really nice in VR. I can't stress that enough.
Ready for more?
It's really, really playable. I'm sure I'm going to find some issues as I go through, because that's the point in these Will It VR videos. I'm not meant to just paint it as the best thing ever. I do want to find issues.
Take it easy. Didn't realize
But so far, this is really nice. Sense of scale. It looks incredible. Oh, I picked up a revolver. I didn't want that. Okay. Slight niggle there. I've had to set my jump to G rather than the spacebar. Purely because spacebar is the VorpX control button. When you're in a game and you're playing using VorpX, you press spacebar and it brings up an overlay, which you don't see when I'm recording. You won't ever catch that. But it allows you to change the settings like 3D depth, 3D strength, head tracking, keypad overwriting keypad and stuff like that. It's got a whole bunch of settings within it. But yeah, spacebar is the button for that. So I kind of thought this game would be a really good one for Will It VR because it's got a really nice art style. It's, oh my Jesus, just this kind of alien worlds thing that's got going on, and they're really nice, really kind of colourful, really unique. It's not just a typical. Oh man. Sorry, I keep kind of getting sidetracked and stopping talking, and it really is only because this is much nicer than I expected it to be in VR. Character models look really nice as well, really good, really crisp. I'm running the game on its highest settings, but typically when I push something into VR and it kind of does that kind of stretchy thing and puts it really close to your eyes, it doesn't look anywhere near as good as it does on your monitor. But this looks really nice. Like, incredibly nice. This looks nicer than like the official port of Skyrim in VR. and the official Fallout 4 in VR. It's kind of on par with a lot of the best VR stuff I've seen, to be honest. Alright, let's see if we can do some melee attacks. He definitely died. Oh, my gun's uploaded. Always helps. Oh, this gun's so good. Oh!
That does it. Time for a drink.
That gun there is awesome. That's something I really have been enjoying about this game, is you get mods. And there's not a lot of mods I've found so far, but the few that I've found really kind of change up the game. So you can attach mods to guns that just change the way the guns behave in terms of like the damage output.
They can't keep us out.
So for example, that gun I was just using then, it's got like an electric mod on it. So it electrifies enemies. It's really good against robots. And I have I think it's my shotgun that's plasma. Oh no, it's my assault rifle. This is like a plasma, which is good against kind of fleshy enemies like people and monsters. Oh, it's just beautiful though. Look at that. How many moons does a planet need? I actually think that's another planet rather than a moon, but I could be wrong. Yeah, the game does a lot of really interesting things. If you're a fan of Fallout New Vegas, this is probably the closest we'll ever get to a sequel to Fallout New Vegas. It's immediately obvious when you start playing it that the emphasis isn't on the combat. The combat's fun, but the emphasis isn't there. The emphasis is on the connections you make with other characters, and basically just the way in which you resolve problems. One of my biggest issues with Fallout 4 was all problems were resolved with a gunfight. Didn't matter what the problem was. You couldn't resolve things in a smart, considered, structured way. You literally just shot at people until the problem went away. Whereas New Vegas, and I have friends out there that know that I wasn't the biggest fan of New Vegas when I first played it, because I wanted to shoot stuff. But I have since kind of gone back and I have a much better appreciation of it, because it was all about the connections and all about the way you changed the world around you. It was a real RPG. I'm curious. I've just come here, this location. If you've played the game, you'll know that this is quite like a seminal location in the first planet. And I made a choice here, and I was just curious to see whether it's actually had an impact. And it looks like it has. So I'm just going to go to this main city. I won't give away any spoilers, because I appreciate the game's only been out for like 2 days, so I won't say anything. But it's very choice heavy. You make choices and they have an impact. It'll be interesting to see what impact that carries forward as the game goes on. But immediately it looks like what I've done there has changed that place considerably. So let's go into the main town and see if the impact is felt there as well. I wouldn't say it's strictly open world. It kind of is, but it's not. I can see if I get the map up and show you. Oh, that is not the map one. Here we go. So like this is the first kind of planet, I guess. So you can't go everywhere. It's a fairly big play space. And so far, all the worlds I've gone to have been roughly this size. I'm about 3 worlds deep. On the subject of will it VR and things that kind of are plus points for me when I'm playing these games, I can see the whole menu, which is nice. Often I can't see the whole menu, and that's a bit of a bugbear for me, because it goes off the side of the screen. I couldn't help myself. As soon as I saw a vendor selling that giant moon head, I was like, I don't care if it doesn't give me any more armor. Like I have gear back in my spaceship gives me way better armor than that. But look at him. He looks like the fat controller from Thomas Tank Engine. Oh, the combat is some of the nicest combat in any VR game I've ever played. And I know it's not actually a VR game. I'm just making it work that way. And technically I'm still playing it the way it was meant to be played, just with a screen real close to my face. But the combat feels really nice in this. But yeah, no, this is just a really great world to explore up close and personal. Just so unique. What I'll do in a minute, I'm going to go and check this town here. and just see if the choices I've made have had like an impact. And then I'll jump on my ship and I'll fly to a different place, and we'll just have a look at that as well, just for kind of the sake of, just for comparison's sake. Something that never really ceases to amaze me in all these Will It VR videos is just coming into a game that you've spent, you know, maybe 10 minutes in, maybe 10 hours in, and just seeing everything in like the perspective and the size that it was meant to be, or it would be if you were actually there. It's never going to cease to amaze me. It's so cool. Just that. Just makes you appreciate all the smaller details even more when they're really up close and personal. Yeah, I find myself stopping to like smell the roses a lot in this game, and this has just kind of really over exaggerated it. And yeah, it looks incredible. I'll get my normal plug for VorpX out of the way nice and early. Honestly, guys, if you have a VR headset and you have the means to play these games on PC, etc., then just, you know, chuck 20 odd quid. I think it's £25 or something like that, 20 something pounds. Every time I do these videos, I make up a new price, I'm certain. But it's around that kind of price. It's just so worth it if you've got an interest in VR and a love for VR. This today took me like no time. I got home from work about 6. I've spent about 20 minutes setting it up. And now I'm playing The Outer Worlds in VR, a brand new game that's been out since Friday. And I'm in it playing it in VR. And I don't have to do much testing to tell you this. I could play this whole thing in VR. No nausea. Looks really crisp. No loss of like quality, really. A little bit of loss of quality, of course. I'm not playing it on like the full HD screen that I could be playing it on, but the quality is very high. I can see all the menus. Movement is slick. Combat is lovely, and I get to experience it in the sense of scale. So, honestly, if you have an interest in VR and you have a means to do this, get yourself a copy of VorpX. I'm happy for you to reach out and like hit me up with a message if you need help setting anything up. I'll happily kind of talk you through it or give you some advice. But I just want more people to engage with this because it's just such a cool bit of tech, such a cool tool. I should have said spoiler alert before I got into the elevator. It's a bit late now. This is cool. This means the choice I made has had a genuine impact. Very fucking cool.
Time changes all things. Even Reed's stranglehold over Edgewater must inevitably yield to the attrition of time.
I'm going to have to put like a massive spoiler alert before I go to this bit, aren't I? I'll get like a sign that's a spoiler or something. We'll do something. I'll figure something out. See, again, and I don't want to pick too much on Fallout. I do have a lot of love for that series. A lot of love for it, you know, historically. But just the conversations you have in this feel natural, whereas in Fallout 4 they all felt a bit weird, and the choices you have in this to communicate with people are a lot more clear cut, and it makes it easier to kind of mold your playstyle. Whereas in 4 you'd make a choice and the choice wouldn't necessarily be kind of what he would end up saying. Yeah,
Garden will bloom anew.
they just really lost their way, Bethesda.
Transform the old cannery into a nursery with crops enough to feed a town.
The thing that's really engaging me the most is your side characters and the stories they have. I'm currently doing a side quest for this lady here, and I've put a bloody helmet on her head that I can't take off. If I talk to her, though, I'll show you. I'm doing a quest for this lady, whereby she basically has a crush on this female engineer that works on another location. She works on another spaceship, and like I'm being her wingman basically, and like setting her up and kind of giving her tips on romance and stuff. And it's just a really cool, really engaging side quest. It's not like tacked on. It's not rushed. It's like really well thought out and drawn out. It wasn't just one quick little thing. It's kind of constantly going and evolving. I think the current quest step that I'm on, she wants me to go and pick up like some cakes and some dinner from different planets across the region, so she can put on some really nice kind of romantic spread for this lady and kind of like woo her. But it isn't just like straightforward. It's like really complex. So a lot of the kind of emotion and the investment comes from the characters you meet. Right. So before I get on it as well, how Firefly is this ship? Let's It's mad, isn't it? So many little things in this remind me a lot of like loads of different pop culture sci-fi. Ooh. That ship is very, very Firefly. I've seen a couple of other ships that look very much like they're from Alien, which is very cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. This might be my new favourite VR game. It's not even in VR. Oh, it just looks incredible. The other game it reminds me of is Bioshock. It's a real kind of blend of Fallout, Bioshock, and Mass Effect. See, now this is, again, an amazing skybox. Look at the size of that. That is freaking amazing. Look at it. Just incredible, but a very different looking planet. This one, I did come here in my main game, but I haven't spent much time here. It's a lot more industrial. A lot more kind of like shops and stuff. Oh, I don't know if I've already done this bit. Don't talk to me. There you go, it's alright. Yeah, a lot more kind of industrial, a lot more shops and kind of commerce. Look at it. Oh, it just looks amazing. It just works unbelievably well like this. This is kind of a bit more of like a Wild Westy desert planet. Let's see if we can shoot some stuff, get into a bit of a gunfight. There we go, monsters. And then we can call it a day. Ah! Combat is so crisp. I fucking love it. Are they getting beaten up over there? Come on, guys. You can handle a little raptor. Oh, another one. Oh, there's loads of them. Oh dear! Ah! Uh-oh. Leave me be. Stumbled into some kind of lizard nest. Ooh, the combat's good, isn't it? The guns feel really chunky in this game. Like you feel every bullet pumping out the chamber. Yeah, just nicely made. Just really well put together. I've had no glitches since I've played it. Just saying something. Just yeah. As I say, it's just nice to get a complete game for once. That's just at launch. You know. Oh shit. No day one patches. No tacked on season passes. Ooh. Occasionally you'll get like a cool skill shot if you pull something off that's quite funky. Kill something from a distance with a headshot or something. But yeah, just complete package. No season passes, no day one patch, no kind of promise of microtransactions or additional content. It's just a complete game, a complete experience on Game Pass. Game Pass is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life as well. Like, if you don't subscribe to that, you're just an idiot. I'm sorry. the value proposition is just amazing. I think at the moment, if you don't subscribe to Game Pass, I think at the moment it's £1 for a month, like a month trial. And you could probably just sit and blast this game out in a month, and you've done it for £1. £1. That boy over there, he's pretty big. I'm gonna go slow-mo for him. Oh, he's dead. Oh! Come on! Oh yeah. Your companions are actually useful as well. Like, they will actually fight with you and do helpful. Well, they both put their guns away at exactly the same time. They will help you and do actually kind of useful things rather than just standing around freaking out. Right, guys, I'm probably going to wrap it up there whilst I stare at this giant planet floating above me. and just kind of contemplate how good that honestly is in VR. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to summarise now. So yeah, I'm going to pull this headset off. Otherwise, I will just sit here and play it like this all day long. As I said, I was addicted to this all weekend, so I could very easily continue to play. Well, guys, that was a pretty conclusive Will It VR right there. That's probably the most conclusive one I've ever done. I don't feel like I need to summarise a massive amount because it was very obvious from my reactions and probably from the gameplay that works. That works really, really well. Didn't take much doing either. It didn't take much doing at all. I had to just basically trick VorpX into thinking it was playing a different game and make it attach the profile for that game to Outer Worlds. But it was a pretty straightforward process. And as I say, if you want to try these things yourself, or you have VorpX and you're struggling getting it to run, hit me up. I'm not the most experienced person. I'm not like some kind of technical genius. But I'm happy to tinker until I figure it out. If you're not sure that you want to do that yourself and maybe muck things up, I'm the guy that will fuck around with it until I get it to work. So I'm happy to try things for you. Or if you want to just see me do a video about a different game that maybe you're curious of before jumping in, just let me know, hit me up and let me know. But to summarize this one, I think it's pretty conclusive. It looked incredible. It didn't look as good, obviously, as it does on my monitor because I'm playing at that screen. It isn't as high definition on the Oculus Rift. It's the original Rift. But it looked really damn good. It was on par with VR games like Fallout 4 VR, Doom VR, Skyrim VR, that kind of stuff that's built to be played in VR. It was easily on par with those, if not a little bit nicer. Actually, yeah, I'd say it did look nicer than those games, a lot crisper around the edges. Things weren't as blurry and kind of nothing was kind of bleeding off. It just looked crisp. Everything looked really nice. So it looked fantastic. It ran super smooth, no kind of slowdown, no drop in quality in terms of actually playing it. The combat didn't lose any of its kind of finesse or speed. It's not an overly complex combat system, but it feels really nice in VR because the guns are really chunky. They have a real nice chug to them. And yeah, it felt really great to kind of take enemies out up close and personal. And I didn't lose any of the speed because I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. I can just take enemies out without having to worry about it. So yeah, played just as well as it does on a monitor. No nausea whatsoever. I haven't played with my VR headset since I did the Blair Witch, and that made me feel a little bit sick. That was my first time in a while. This has been about a month on again. No nausea. It felt just like I was playing it on the monitor. It didn't feel like I was in VR, despite the fact I had it in 3D and it was all kind of up close and personal and really big scale. It just ran smooth. It felt great. It felt really nice to play in there. So no nausea at all. A really pleasant experience as far as VR was concerned. And could I actually go through the whole game and finish it like that? Yep, easily. I didn't lose any quality. The conversations, I wasn't losing any of the text off the side of the screen. The menu was fully accessible. It just worked. That really worked. Way more successful than I thought it was going to be. I kind of hoped that it was going to be because I'm really enjoying the game. But yeah, no, that was fantastic. I urge you all to seriously try VorpX out. It never ceases to blow my mind. That's kind of it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I've enjoyed playing the Outer Worlds in VR. I've had a very good time with it. I'm going to go back and continue playing it now. Not in VR. I might play a bit more in VR, actually. I might play a bit more in VR. It was really nice. I'm going to play it regardless. Pump some more time into it. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please drop me a like, drop me a comment, and please hit subscribe. I enjoy all the engagement and I enjoy all the support you've given me so far. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. See you later. Goodbye.